Are you hooked on sweet treats and sugary snacks? You're not alone. Our love for sugar runs deep, but too much of it can wreak havoc on our bodies and brains. From weight gain and diabetes to cognitive decline and premature aging, the effects of excessive sugar consumption are far-reaching. So let's dive into the science behind our sugar cravings. Our bodies run on sugar, specifically glucose. Our ancestors were scavengers, and sugary foods provided excellent sources of energy, so we evolved to find them particularly pleasurable. Foods that taste bitter or sour could be poisonous, so to maximize our survival, we developed an innate preference for sweet foods. When consumed, sugar triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This release creates a feeling of euphoria, similar to the effects of certain addictive drugs. Dopamine signals that an event was positive. When this reward system fires, it reinforces behaviors, making it more likely for us to repeat them. Eating sugar triggers dopamine hits, promoting rapid learning to seek out more of these foods. Over time, this can lead to cravings and a dependence on sugar to experience the same pleasurable sensations. This cycle of craving and consumption can disrupt normal eating patterns and contribute to overeating and weight gain. Our brains are still similar to those of our ancestors and continue to crave sugar. So what happens when we consume too much sugar? The brain continuously remodels itself through neuroplasticity, a process of rewiring. This can happen in the reward system. If we keep eating sugar, it leads to the brain adapting to frequent stimulation, creating a kind of tolerance. For sweet foods, this means needing to consume more to achieve the same rewarding feeling, a classic feature of addiction. To resist cravings, we must control our natural desire to indulge. This is controlled by inhibitory neurons in the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for decision-making and impulse control. These neurons work like brakes using the chemical GABA. Studies on rats show that a diet high in sugar can alter these neurons, making it harder to control behavior and resist temptations, which explains why dietary changes can be so challenging. High sugar diets also affect the hippocampus, a key memory center in the brain. High sugar consumption has been linked to cognitive decline and impaired memory. Research shows that rats on high-sugar diets struggled to remember if they had seen objects in specific locations before. Studies have shown that diets high in sugar can reduce brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein crucial for learning and memory. Low levels of BDNF are associated with cognitive deficits and an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Additionally, sugar can cause inflammation in the brain, which is thought to play a role in the development of depression and anxiety. The sugar-induced changes in the hippocampus included a reduction of newborn neurons, essential for encoding memories, and an increase in chemicals linked to inflammation. Breaking habits like grabbing a sugary snack during work breaks or adding extra sugar to your morning coffee isn't easy, but your brain will benefit from positive changes. Fortunately, the brain's neuroplasticity allows it to reset after reducing sugar intake, and physical exercise can enhance this process. In the next video, we will share some tips on how to quit sugar.